Dairy Checkoff farmer leaders gathered recently for their February board meeting, where they reflected on strategies of 2024 while examining now, next, and future priorities that are designed to build dairy sales and trust.
A little bit of a recap on on the past year, so this year 2024, but it's a look forward, and it's getting updates on the programs. Where are we moving? What are we doing? What are the new ideas that we're focusing on?
The meeting reinforced how Dairy Checkoff strategies are farmer-led and farmer-approved.
This is a farmer-developed, farmer-led organization for farmers. And so when we are coming up with the direction of where the money and the things that we think are important are supposed to go, it is the farmers, your board members, that are putting that information to the staff. It is our fingerprints, our life experiences, our understanding that is informing the work. And so when you see a program, know that a farmer looked at it, approved it, and influenced it.
One of the most crucial aspects of the Checkoff board structure is the priority committees that focus on key pillars of strategies, including sustainability, innovation, reputation, exports, and farmer relations. Each committee has 15 to 20 farmers who work with Checkoff staff members to identify opportunities and solutions.
Oh, those committees are so valuable. I often hear from people when I talk about the Dairy Checkoff, and they're like, 85 members on a board? How do you ever get anything done? What's the committees? The committees is where the work gets done.
And it was clear that one area of emphasis throughout the meeting is a commitment to continued Checkoff investment and research to discover more ways dairy can meet emerging needs of consumers.
And especially as health and wellness becomes really, really front of center, as people, I think more than ever, are really diving into what am I feeding myself and what impact does that have on how I feel, my body, what I'm capable of. Dairy's like so well grounded in the science that we as dairy farmers have invested in for years and years and years, a century, to be poised to capitalize on what we know is fact and use friends and partners and acquaintances to tell our story as well. So we get that third-party verification.
One thing that is evident is that Checkoff leaders want their farming peers back home and across the country to understand they remain committed to the Checkoff's goals of driving sales and building trust in the families who make it all happen.
The farmer leaders who are working on your behalf are very cognizant of the goal: move more dairy.
We take it very seriously because we understand the impact that it has on the economics of the farm back home. We understand how important it is to the perception of consumers of how they see our products and what we do, and that license to operate.
Dairy farmers, be sure to visit dairycheckoff.com to learn more about sales and trust building strategies, and also be sure to check out the Your Dairy Checkoff podcast that can be found at our website as well as most podcast applications.